take the opportunity to express my condolences to the families, victims of the floodings of the monsoon in Mumbai. We know what it means when nature is more and more also harmful to people, and that's why we also discussed during our conversation on climate change, on all the effects with the negative impacts on society, and that's why India and Switzerland are very much engaged in all these discussions, how we can make operational the Paris Agreement, how we can replace fossil energy with renewable energy, and therefore I'm very happy that we are fully in line with our activities and with our ideas how the world should change in this respect. The Prime Minister already mentioned that my presidential visit here to India marks the Treaty of Friendship of 1948. So during this visit we will also launch the Swiss-Indian friendship activities under the motto Connecting Minds, Inspiring the Future. This shows we have a long-standing friendship, and therefore we also have a long view on India's development. And we came here with more than 30 representatives of the business society to show also acknowledgement of the development of the reforms and of the reforms which have been undertaken also with Prime Minister Modi. The growth rates you have bring up a lot of people out of poverty, create new jobs, and you, with all this development, you have also more and more a very important role on the global political agenda. And I think that's also important because we are not only a huge country, you have also with that an international voice and more a responsibility. And I'm sure Prime Minister Modi will take also this responsibility with the Indian spirit and with the Indian view. Switzerland is the 11th largest investor in India and the 7th largest recipient of Indian investment. We are a small country, but economically quite powerful. And this shows that India and Switzerland have not only friendship, but we have also values we share together and an open-minded approach when it comes to investments, to partnership. And we are very happy that last year the negotiations of a free trade agreement began again, and we hope that with the elements which are pending, we can solve them as soon as possible, because I think this will give also the trade balance on both sides a new push. It is also important that we again have in place an investment protection agreement. We discussed about that also here. We have negotiations underway because we think that this would also be an element for further cooperation, further investments here from Swiss companies to India. The programs and reforms launched by your government, Prime Minister, are a good basis for strengthening cooperation. Switzerland is a relevant, reliable partner with special know-how for initiatives such as Skill India, Digital India, Startup India, Clean India, or Smart Cities. As you know, Switzerland normally is on the top countries when it comes to innovation. And we have a tradition on vocational training. We invest a lot in education, in research, and therefore I think here we can also cope together in these challenges ahead of us. Therefore, I'm very happy that today we've seen a memorandum of understanding and cooperation in the field of railway between ETH Zurich and university here. I think that's exactly what we as political responsible persons want, a lot of cooperation from the private sector with universities, and then that we can put it operational for young people. We signed the MOU today on railway because, well, the Prime Minister pointed correctly out the importance of infrastructure in general and of railway as a mode of mass transportation especially. And here, perhaps you remember, last year Switzerland opened the longest railway tunnel of the world with a lot of innovation on the engineering side, and I think here also we can put our forces together and learn from each other, and also here bring the infrastructure of tomorrow to India. As the Prime Minister pointed out correctly, in the financial relations we had in the last year a good cooperation. Switzerland accepted the automatic exchange of information, adopted all international rules. We have probably today one of the strongest laws on money laundering. Would be happy if other countries would follow Switzerland. And therefore I'm pleased that we have now also the Indian approach, or the expansion of the automatic exchange of information in Parliament, and we hope that end of this year this will pass so that we can be operational by 2019, that the first exchanges can take place. This is important because Switzerland is and will be an important financial place, and we have all interest to be transparent, cooperative, and a good, reliable partner. But without financial services, we cannot have investor support his initiatives. The Paris Agreement is an agreement so far. Now we have to implement it on national basis. And it's not easy in a growing society with a huge demand of energy, that we have access to electricity for all, that we have costs for energy, for power, which can be paid by every family, and that we can install as much energy and power supply for the future in the years to come. Here, I also think our joint forces can help to install a smart grid system, off-grid systems for the huge India you have, and also be a good partner when it comes to renewable energies, especially solar, where we have also, not only on the research side, but also on the entrepreneurial side, good companies who could be your partners. Therefore, I'm very pleased that between India and Switzerland, we will have also in the future a variety of a lot of fields of engagement, because we are both democracies. We believe in the rules of law, we believe in transparency and cooperation, and that's the best thing to really help our population to have more and more better life, to improve their life, and Switzerland will stand at your side and be a reliable partner also in the future. And with this state visit, I'm sure we laid the ground for further bilateral strengthened cooperation. Many thanks.
Thank you, Madam President. Ladies and gentlemen.
बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद। इससे